Hello everybody, hope everyone's doing well. I'm back with another video on my channel. I hope everyone's doing well this delightful day. Isn't it nice and sunny out there? Hopefully where you're looking at this around the world, I hope that you are enjoying this fine weather, especially we're having here over in the UK. Anyway, I'm back with another video, and this time it's going to be the final Saturday of the National League season. Yes, you heard me say that right. The final Saturday of the National League season. I am going to be involving the Sunday game as well in this preview, but this is the final Saturday of National League action. So this is the final Saturday afternoon. And I'm going to give you my predictions for the games and what I think will happen, and there could be a lot more wider knowledge at the end of this to who might finish where. Shall we get on with it? We shall. And we are going to start with the very first game on Saturday afternoon, and it is the first game. It's Torquey United up against Chesterfield. Now, I know there's been a lot of uproar from Chesterfield fans, you know, that it's been put on at 12:30. I think it's the wrong choice of game to go on TV, to be completely honest. But either way, fans could moan either way. Torquay fans would moan if it had been 12:30, they went to Chesterfield. Chesterfield not so happy because they've got to go to Torquay for 12:30 kickoff because of the TV change. But rather than talking about that right now, we'll talk about the actual game itself. This is a big game in, not really for Torquay, more for Halifax, more for Chesterfield. I love it when I love these live videos. More for Chesterfield because they are in 7th. They are right on the cusp of the playoff places. 3 points ahead of 8th place Daganham. Chesterfield played 10th place Torquey. Now Torquey cannot gate crash the playoffs, but they can cause some real discomfort for Chesterfield, to be honest. Torquey is a difficult place to go. And I think for Chesterfield supporters, I can understand the upset in a way, but I'd be more upset with the fact that they've dropped into this mess with 3 wins in their last 5 games. They've caused their own downfall, Chesterfield. You know, would they really be that bothered about the kickoff time if they were comfortably inside the playoffs? Weirdly, probably not. It probably would still irritate them, but maybe not as much as it is irritating them. Anyway, enough about that. I think this is going to go to Torquey. And I don't think it'll be easy, but I do fancy Torquey, especially at Torquey. You know, and Gary Johnson will have Torquey up for this game. So I'm going to go for Torquey 2, Chesterfield 0. I really think Chesterfield could be clinging on by their fingernails for a playoff place, and I don't think they'll get the better of the Yellow Army. Next game is Bromley up against Dover. Bromley, I've just started to find a little bit of form now. You know, just a little bit of form coming in. They're 11th at the moment, but they did lose. You know, they did lose last week, but they have only lost 2 of their last 5 games, drawing the other 2 as well. 11th, they've kind of really had a real sort of demise. Can they make the playoffs? Realistically, no. But they are playing Dover. Dover have been down for a long time. Lost again last time out. Again, not badly, but they lost anyway. I'm gonna say Bromley Again, I'm going to say 2-0 for Bromley. They have improved a little bit, but what a bad second half of the season for Bromley. They really fell away. But I do fancy him to get the points against Dover there. Next we move on to Halifax Town up against Aldershot. Now this is where realistically the league title is not quite over with yet. Halifax Town are third in the division and losing 1 of the last 5, winning the last 2 and 3 out of the last 4. Halifax Town have made a real good fist of this. And they are at home on the final Saturday. They host Aldershot, who have secured safety. They secured safety last week with a 3-1 win at home to Knox County. They have picked up 2 draws either side of that. So they picked up a little tiny bit of form. Aldershot have got nothing to lose. They can play with freedom. But I do fancy Halifax for this one. I think that they could make this interesting because at the end of play here, Wrexham could end up being third going into their game in the weekend. I am saying Halifax Town 2, Aldershot Town 1 here for that one. The next game is my boys, the Mighty Mariners, Grimsby Town. We've got a tricky little assignment here for the Mariners. They're playing Maidenhead United. As I always called them the surprise masters. This is not going to be an easy game at all. Maidenhead are 16th. They're actually unbeaten in 5, but they drew 3 of the last 5. But they are unbeaten in the last 5 games. 6 games, I believe, in fact. They aren't conceding that many goals lately. This is going to be a tricky little game. And I think that, you know, I fancy Grimsby against anybody at Blundell Park. But I'm also not under any illusion that Maidenhead are going to be an easy outcome. I am going to go for a Mariners win, though. So all but guarantee their playoff place. If we don't win, we can't guarantee it anyway. But I am going to go for a Mariners win. Quite a difficult game, though. But I'm going to say 2-0 to Grimsby Town against Maidenhead United. But again, really, Alan Devonshire working miracles at Maidenhead. That is a very good position for Maidenhead to be in. Well done to everybody involved with Maidenhead. But I think the Mariners being back at Blundell Park should, not mean they will, but should have enough to see off Maidenhead. The next game on is Knox County up against Altringham. Now, Knox County got back to winning ways on Bank Holiday Monday. They won at home to Dover by 1-0. Apparently, I did hear that there was a bit of booing going around Meadow Lane. Can fans please explain to me why this is? You know, their team has just won 1-0. Yes, it's probably because you think they should be knocking more past Dover, but no matter how many goals you put past the team, 3 points is the most important, and Notts County got that. And this has got like a little semi-plot here. See what I mean by saying the word semi? Because Altringham, a club that I've got real respect for, as of next season, they're going full-time. That'll make a big difference to Altringham, I think, going full-time. And I don't know if that news might galvanise them. You know, that these players will, be leading them into the full-time era. Meadow Lane is a difficult place for many teams to go. There's not many teams this season that have gone to Meadow Lane and won. So it is not an easy place to go to. Altringham are going to be tricky though. They are in 14th, and they are in, they're unbeaten. Well, they've only lost 1 in the last 5. They're unbeaten in the last 3. It's not going to be an easy assignment for Notts County this game. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Notts County, but would it surprise me if Altringham got anything? Not at all. I think Phil Parkinson at Altringham has done a fantastic job there, and part of me sort of hopes that they do. Obviously, I've got a real soft spot for Notts County as well, but I just think possibly the reason I'm going for Notts County is Notts County's home record, but I don't think it's going to be easy. I'm just narrowly picking the Magpies to go over Altringham by 2-1. Not easy. Solihull Moors up against Dagenham and Redbridge. Now, this is why I said that first game is so important. If Chesterfield were to win that first game, Dagenham would need to beat Solihull. Solihull Moors could, believe it or not, be a point behind Wrexham by the end of the day. They don't play till Sunday. So, let me tell you through a little bit of this. Solihull lie in 4th. They're on 81 points. So, Halifax at the same time will want to win their game Saturday afternoon to, at very best, consolidate 3rd. If they don't, Solihull can overtake them if Halifax drop points. Dagenham are 8th on 70 points. 3 points behind Chesterfield. But here's where the result for Chesterfield is so important against Torquey. If they were to lose and Dagenham were to scrape a win on Saturday, any win, they will go above Dagenham and Redbridge on goal difference. They'll go above Chesterfield, apologies. Dagenham will go above Chesterfield on goal difference. Which way do I think this one's going to go? This is very, very tricky because Dagenham have been in fantastic form, winning 3 of their last 5, drawing the other 2, and Solihull have won their last 3. 3 straight wins for the Moors. And you know what? I am going to go for another win for Solihull, I think. Only on the basis of being at home. They are formidable at home, in my opinion. Not going to be easy by any means. I'm even going to go for a bit of a high-scoring game, this. I'm going to go for Solihull Moors 3, Dagenham and Redbridge 2. But I could be so wrong with that. But I think that could be a very good game, and that would have been my choice for the TV game. I know TV selection was done 3 or 4 weeks ago, but to me, that game looks a little bit more appealing for both sides. The 3rd place and the playoff place, that's a little bit more appealing, I think. But I'm going to go 3-2 for the Moors there over Dagenham. But that score could be anything, and it could be a very, very good game of football. Next we have Wealdstone up against Kingsley. Kingsley winning last time out, Bank Holiday Monday. Actually been unbeaten in the last 3 with 2 draws and a win. Wealdstone comfortably 17th. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here between Wealdstone and Kingsley. I think these, what the class as dead rubbers, I think they're harder to predict because obviously Kingsley can't survive. This is their second to. This is, I believe, this is Kingsley's last game of the season, in fact. But I do think they won't go down without a fight. Now, I think Wealdstone would want the win, but I fancy 1-1 between Kingsley and Wealdstone on Saturday, and that'll be Kingsley's last game of this season. Weymouth host Barnet. Next up, again, it's kind of a dead rubber, these games. Barnet, they can score goals, but they don't half leak them. Weymouth are very tricky, actually, at Weymouth. So I'm going to go for a narrow Weymouth 1, Barnet 0 result here. I could be so far off the mark, it's unbelievable. But I'm saying Weymouth 1, Barnet 0. Next we have Woking up against Eastleigh. Again, Woking took that hiding on Bank Holiday Monday. Well, it'll feel like a hiding. Woking are in 15th place, while Eastleigh are 19th. Obviously safe now. I fancy Woking in this one. I just think, Woking have won 2 of the last 3. And I just think Woking it's down to having slightly better players, but both sides will want a result, but won't be overly concerned what the result is, I suppose, not overall. But I do fancy Woking to get a win over Eastleigh. I'm going to say by 3-0. So quite a comfortable scoreline, but I don't expect it to be comfortable. And the final game is Yeovil Town up against Boreham Wood. Yeovil have been slightly disappointing, but maybe not where they'd like to pretty much have finished or close to finishing. But if they can move up a place, I'm sure they will try to. Obviously, Southend are missing this game because they finish with everybody next week. But Yeovil are in 13th. Boreham Wood are in 9th. They can realistically gate crash the playoffs, but they have got to win their last 3 games to stand any chance of doing that without dropping any more points. It was a great battling performance, especially with 10 men against Wrexham, so it was a credible draw for them. And Yeovil drew last time out as well. I'm going to give this to Yeovil narrowly, I think. I'm going to say 2-1 for Yeovil Town. I think Yeovil will finish the season all but with a win there against Boreham Wood and dash any hopes of Boreham Wood gate crashing the playoffs. And just before I finish on that, there's one big game, I would say massive game, on Sunday. It could be the title decider, it's that important. Wrexham host Stockport. So the league leaders are going to, at the moment, second place Wrexham, because Halifax and Solihull both play before Wrexham. Wrexham, before they kick off, could be third and only a point ahead of Solihull. So second is not guaranteed for Wrexham as of yet. Stockport with one more win, or you've got to say a point, will probably, well, they will guarantee themselves any result bar a Wrexham win will give Stockport the title. Wrexham must win to keep the title race going and take it to the last day, but Stockport have that game in hand as well on the Wednesday, which I'll talk about in the midweek, little midweek preview I'm going to do. Stockport got a scrapping win on Easter Monday. Wrexham, that could be the most costly penalty Wrexham have given away, because that could honestly have cost them the title, to be honest. Any other result bar a win for Wrexham, and the title is Stockport's. So I am going to, this is a game that could be anything, and I mean anything. I'm sorry, I'm going to stick to my guns. I think Stockport will do enough. I don't know where they'll win at Wrexham. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw here. I'm going to go for Wrexham 1, Stockport County 1. And I'm even going to pick the two scorers out. I think Paddy Madden will score for Stockport, and Ollie Palmer will score for Wrexham, I believe. It's one of those games. You can back either side to win if you want to, because it won't be silly whoever you pick. But I'm going to go down the middle and say a 1-1 draw. I do think it'll be Stockport's title. Anything other than a win for Wrexham will give Stockport the title. I believe with the game in hand Stockport have got next week. And that's the only reason why I say anything but a win will then have hand Stockport the title. So I'm saying 1-1. Now it's down to you. On this penultimate weekend of the season, give me your predictions. Tell me what they are. And what do you think, especially with the big game on the Sunday? Is it Stockport's? Are Wrexham going to keep Stockport sweating? Let me know. Comment down below. Let me know. Like, subscribe to the channel, share this video, and hit the bell as well. That'll let you know when I upload some new content. And I will see you guys all very, very soon. I've got a midweek program coming up, and then we do a final day preview in the National League, and we might even know by the Sunday, we might know who the playoffs are going to be by then. So keep an eye out for the next couple of videos. I'll be back on, it will be Sunday night that I do that. So I'll give you a review of the Wrexham Stockport game as well. And we'll look forward to the 3 games in midweek. I'll see you guys very soon. Enjoy the video. See you soon. If you go into a game as well at the weekend, especially any game that has any sort of story to tell where playoffs are concerned, but if you go into any game, do enjoy it if you can, and I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.